Hello YouTube, welcome.
I'm Mikono Tobasta and this is my channel.
Novak Djokovic will be in the near future the best player of all times without a doubt. In this moment he is tied with the so-called Big Three. For those who don't know, Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic. Despite being practically tied at the level of Grand Slams, Novak Djokovic is less loved. The public is almost always on the opponent's side in every court. In this video, we will explain the reason why he is less respected than the other elements of the Big Three. There are 4 reasons in my opinion. Reason number 1 is the dropouts and feigned injuries. Especially at the beginning of his career, he quit several times. The critics say he was unable to close meetings. One of the most commented dropouts of his career occurred in 2009 at the Australian Open in the semi-finals against Andy Roddick on the 4th set after losing the 2 previous sets.
Even Roger Federer commented it.
Well, I mean, it's happened before. So, I mean, it's not the guy who's never given up in his career, you know. So that's kind of disappointing to see, you know, when you got 2 top guys playing each other and you give up. I mean, he gave up against me in Monaco this year because of last year because of sore throat. Yeah, so I mean, those are kind of things, you know, you wonder about.
In 2011, he found out that he was gluten intolerant and started a gluten and lactose-free diet and began to be more regular and win more. Until 2011, he only had 1 Grand Slam on his CV. From 2011 onwards, he won 19 Grand Slam titles. Reason number 2, the medical timeouts and the toilet breaks. In men's tennis, it's allowed for 2 comfort breaks in a 5-set match, only in between sets, and players are allowed to request medical timeouts for non-acute injuries at changes of side or between sets. Once their injury was being diagnosed, they are then allowed 3 minutes of treatment. So it is in the rules, everyone can use it. But he gained the reputation of using it to break the rhythm of the opponent. In 2021, against Lorenzo Musetti on the 3rd round of Roland Garros, he used the toilet break on the 3rd set after losing the previous 2 and returned another player. But that was due to an injury of Musetti. Reason number 3, the imitations of other players that he did in the beginning of his career. Despite being something harmless, some players don't like to see themselves caricatured by the Serbian player. He understands it and stops. Reason number 4, tennis is an individual sport that was being guided since the beginning of the Open era by the rivalry between 2 great champions. We have several examples: McEnroe and Bjorn Borg, Ivan Lendl and Stefan Edberg, followed by the great rivalry between Andre Agassi and Pete Sampras that marked the 90s and lasted until 2000. The end of their careers opened the way for Roger and Rafa Nadal. Roger won the first Grand Slam in 2003 at Wimbledon, followed by Rafael Nadal, who won the first Grand Slam in 2005. Pete Sampras retired from tennis in 2002 and Andre Agassi in 2006. These 2 great champions started to win most of their Grand Slams. They were so dominant, especially on grass and clay, that it began to talk of an era called feudal, a cross between the names of both. They even played on one court that was half grass and half clay in an event that was known by Battle of Surface, taking advantage of the popularity of the 2 players. When Novak Djokovic won his first Grand Slam in 2008.
Rafael Nadal had already consolidated his reputation
and fan base with 3 straight wins in Roland Garros, and the same goes for Roger Federer with 12 Grand Slam trophies and a large fan base. From 2011, Novak Djokovic began to intrude between the two great champions who continued to win but less. Between 2011 and 2021, Djokovic won more Grand Slams than Nadal and Federer combined. Federer won 4 Grand Slams and Nadal 9, while Djokovic won 19. Obviously, fans did not like to see the Serbian player intrude between these two great champions. The fifth reason is the game style of Djokovic, that is not as spectacular as Roger Federer, for instance. Roger Federer makes spectacular shots that are pure talent and has a very cool style. He doesn't seem to even sweat. In the case of Djokovic, the best shot is the response to the opponent's service. Answering a service that comes, in some cases, over 200 kilometers is not easy, but
for those who see it on TV or on the court, it doesn't seem much.
And he doesn't do spectacular shots. It looks like he returns all the balls, but that is not true. These are, in my opinion, the main reasons for the Serbian player lower popularity. I believe that in the near future, all this will change. As Goran Ivanisevic said, if Novak wins the next Grand Slam, the GOAT discussion ends. I believe that a new victory in a Grand Slam can change things
and bring fans to Novak Djokovic's side.
Okay, I want to thank you for watching, and if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Ciao.